Hi everyone, it's Ingrid from Toronto, and I'm back with another lock update. So, I thickened them up. I crocheted them all together, and I'm glad I did. But it's tricky crocheting your hair together. It's tricky because if you don't do it right, you'll dissolve the hair. You'll just rip it all apart, or you'll have to keep going in to like make it compact. So what I did, I doubled them. Like this is two. They're all doubled. I can't, yeah, they're all doubled. These are both doubled. I know you can still see the line, and I understand that that's not a great thing if you can still see the line, but I kind of don't mind because I just want to train them to grow together so that the next set will be thicker. So in a sense, I'm starting a new lock journey. But at least, I'm playing with these and these are my locks, and the next phase, will be another whatever 5 years before that thicker phase grows in. But what I did, so I went out and got crochet needle because I'm like, you know what, hair is like material, and crochet, okay, I guess I see how they do it, and I just wanted to explore. So I went and got what everyone else went out and got, the set of three crochet needles. Um, and it started with two at the back, well, four at the back that were really small. And I'm like, no, I want these ones thicker. So I started crocheting, and so this is one, this is two that will become one, right? But the thing is, well, first of all, if you're thinking of crocheting your hair, just know you're going to weaken the hair a little bit because, well, I guess it depends. So the pack comes with one, two, and three needles. I recommend just using the single needle because it's just less stabbing. You see, every time you stab, you kind of rip the knots and loosen the inside. So I recommend just using the little guy. And I started by actually trying to like crochet the hair, like loop it, bring it out, like what the needle is actually for. And then after a while, I was like, let me just stab it. And I did. I did my whole head. But I would say that I definitely weakened the shaft by, I would say, about 30%, you know? So I see how other folks do it. This is two, and it's flat. I kind of did it flat because I want them to, well, we'll see if it grows in flat, but I wanted these ones to look flat. But yeah, I see how they do it and roll it between your fingers, and but I don't know. I started doing that, and my hair, it just started to dissolve, like literally. It was just like picking it apart. So I decided, let me just do what I can to like keep them together. And then I thought after a few washes, you know how kinky hair shrinks, it would just start to re-knot itself. So it feels like that's what's happening, but they're definitely a bit softer. They're not as packed as before, obviously, because I've been ripping at it. But they're staying together, and so it's making it look extra thick. Look at that one. Yeah. So yeah, that's my routine. Well, that's what I did. And I kind of did it, I took my time. I did it over a couple of months. Every day I would maybe do another lock or another two locks, you know. until I felt like I was satisfied with the number. How many? I think, well, I have maybe 40 something now. I had 80 or so. But I do recommend that you use the small needle. Okay, look at this. I might have to sacrifice this hair, this lock. So this is two, and I was vigorously crocheting it, and you can see right here, it's not as strong, you know. I could probably, if I pull, I could probably pull this out. So I'm sad about that. Um, but other than that, just use the single prong. And if you are okay with the look that it's two together, then I just recommend that you just do enough to start, like to dishevel the two locks a little bit and then knit them back together and then leave it and let your own kinky function um, bring them back together. Otherwise, I don't know. I just don't want to risk it. I see how they do it, you know, and but I think you have to keep going back. I think they have to keep going back to get it redone. I don't think it stays compact. I don't know, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to do it. So spongy. And my routine is the same. I wash it once a week with a clarifying shampoo, and that's it. And it dries really fast because there's nothing in there. It's really light, doesn't feel hot on my head. It didn't feel hot this past summer, and so far it's keeping me warm. If I put my sweater on and I don't take it out, it just stays in and it's like this extra little scarf underneath. And lint, no issues with lint ever, ever. The only thing I might notice, and there's none right now, is a little bit of fluff at the end after I wash it and dry it with my towel because my towel is fuzzy and white. No lint. Easy, easy, easy. So, my advice is if you are starting your lock journey or you're in the early stages and you want, thick locks to really wait and let it just mat together and it's going to look like, thick locks coming out of your head when it's in its, you know, early stage before it drops. But that's a look. That's a look. Anyway, I just wanted to come and say hi. And let you know what to do, what to use if you're going to crochet them together and not to go in too hard. I don't know. I don't recommend that you go in too rough with the needle because you're just going to pick it apart and I think it's just going to fall off. Because if I didn't stop when I did, you know, it wouldn't be, it would be a real issue. Look, that's two. I know that's not even, it's not even done. What is that? I don't think I finished it. But I'm just going to leave them and let them continue to grow out. But I'm loving them and I'm having fun and I'm looking forward to, they're almost mid-back. They're not quite mid-back. We'll see. Maybe by spring we'll see how long they are and I'll let these ones grow a bit longer too. And I'll come back and let you know how I'm doing. So I hope you're well. I appreciate all the shout outs, people posting and saying hi and wanting an update. So there you go. Good to see you. And I'll see you again. Bye.